I'm now getting started on the third tab. And I'm just doing a rough cut with my craft knife. I'm going to cover it with paper. This fish paper. This is probably my favorite paper from the Snorkel line. I love this paper. It's adorable. So I've covered the paper with adhesive and I've glued it to the grunge board and trimmed it out with my craft knife. And then I sanded the edges. And on the back, I'm tracing it and cutting it out with my scissors, just because that's a little bit easier. And then adding adhesive and putting it just right on the grunge board. And again, just sanding all the edges to get that white core. So now I'm adding my title, which is Fishies. And I use the Making Memories Tiny Alphas again. And the title of section 2 was Sea Lions. This was just the different things we saw at the Seaquarium. So now I'm going to decorate this page with some ribbon. And what I'm going to do is run a line of adhesive where I want the ribbon to be. And I'm just going to glue the ribbon right down to the chipboard and then wrapping it around. And now I'm going to trim it and stick it down. And here I'm matting a punched out portion of a photo on scenic route grid paper and just popping it up with pop dots. And I'm just placing it in the center of the tab. And I'm going to add a ribbon right to the photo mat. I just tied a little piece of ribbon in a knot and stuck it right down. And these are mini glue dots. And over there at the top of the screen you see some individual blue gemstones. I'm sticking them to the glue dots. And now I have some gems ready to go. So here I'm taking this cute squid from the Cosmo Cricket Snorkel collection, and I'm putting it on the back to cover the seam between the two ribbons. And now I'm going to put the gems above his head so it looks like bubbles. So there you see, it looks like bubbles. And now these are some of the photos. Again, I turned these photos into actual pages and just punched holes. And now I'm adding some chipboard accents, again from the Scenic Route Grafton collection. Just putting some glue dots, and I'm going to stick them right straight down on the photos. And these photos all have a lot of empty space because they were taken from kind of far away. So that's a good thing to do. Alright, now this photo was of a specific fish, and I wanted to make sure people looking at the album didn't miss it. So I took this frame and I colored it red with the color box red ink. And now I'm going to stick it down so that it frames the one fish that I wanted to draw people's attention to. And now I'm going to put gems on it. And the way I do gems on a round thing is I put one at the top and one at the bottom, and then I put one on each side, like north, south, east, and west on a compass rose. And then it's easy to fill in between them with a gem so that all the gems are then perfectly spaced around the circle. And this is just the easiest way I found to put gems down in a circle pattern. So again, like before, I'm using these little label stickers to write notes on some of the pictures, and I'm just sticking them right on the pictures. So here's what we've done so far. I'm just going to flip through really quick because I know I've been moving very fast. But you can see each section has plenty of photos. I've included places to journal. This one I added some Cosmo Cricket Life Preserver border stickers because the seal has a life preserver. This is the section I just did. There you can see the squid. Some close-ups of fish. The picture where I have the ring to focus the eye. Some of the pictures with label stickers. And now I'm getting ready to do the third tab. So this one was another scallop, and I had a lot of trouble cutting out the first scallop with my craft knife, so I decided to trace it and cut it out with my scissors instead. And now I'm just covering the entire paper with adhesive and sticking it right down on the grunge board. I'm sanding the edges again because I want a white border. And I'm using the Making Memories Tiny Alphas to add a title to the tab. The title of this section is Killer Whale, and I'm making sure to burnish the alphas really well. This is another journaling spot from the Cosmo Cricket Snorkel tag sheet, and I'm just sticking it on the bottom just for some added interest. And now I'm going to run a line of glue because I want to add this. So I'm just sticking the velvet ribbon to the line of glue and trimming the edges with my scissors. And because this section is about whales, I decided to use a whale chipboard from the Cosmo Cricket Snorkel Ready Set chip. And this fish, I'm putting a pop dot glue dot on half of the fish and a regular glue dot on the other half of the fish. And I'm going to lay him over the whale like they're swimming past each other. And I'm adding some more bubbles. Some of those gem bubbles I made earlier. Now I'm just going to cover the back of the tab. Same way I did the front. I love this whole paper line. Everything is so bright and colorful. It's just great. So now I'm trimming the excess. And I'm using a glue pen to put glue on the edges of the velvet ribbon so it won't fray. And now I'm going to speed it up and just show you really fast everything else I did in this section. You know, adding photos to grid paper, so I had places to journal. So there's the back. And here's a bunch of photos. Now that photo, if you noticed, it has 4 holes. And that's because I originally punched the holes on the wrong side of the photo. But instead of freaking out about that and reprinting the photos, I decided to use it to make it look like I did it on purpose. And so I just threaded a ribbon through the 2 holes that I didn't need. And now I'm going to tie them in a bow so it looks really cute. I have a nice accent on these photos, and it doesn't look like I punched the holes for no reason. And I actually did that twice. So 2 of my photos will have a ribbon through them. And that is just a way I fixed a mistake. So here I'm doing some journaling, and then I'm going to thread a ribbon through this and move on.